Hello everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to Shades of Romance. In today's episode of Shades of Romance, I got a special treat for a lot of you guys out there that love DIY. And, believe it or not, romance is definitely a spot for all of you DIYers and people who love arts and crafts or just working with your hands. This is a great time to use those skills. Now, when it comes to the world of romance, what is one of the easiest things that any one of us can do? You guessed it, candlelight dinner for two, which brings us to some of these guys right here, okay? I've got some older candlesticks these guys have quite the interesting story, okay? These guys are really cool because in one case, actually ironically enough, this one right here, I believe I bought it at Goodwill, and this one right here, I actually got in an antique shop, actual antique shop, and this one here was kind of given to my estranged wife. Now, before this video, these things looked absolutely wretched, and I had to go through and clean them up because of the fact that I got these while my estranged wife was still here before she took off for a life of drugs and alcohol, which means that she went out of her way to ruin them. I mean, she really did ruin these. They were all covered in wax and they were just an absolute mess. Not really worth putting on a table for candlelight dinner for two. So, without further ado, let me show you how I got these back to life. Alrighty, so you seen how we took these old candlesticks and turned them into something worth putting it on a table for candlelight dinner for two. Or, like this one right here, works great when running a hot bubble bath for your sweetheart. Yes, ladies, we will get to all of that soon enough. So, let me break it down for you. If it's candlelight dinner for two, or you're trying to set a mood or something like that, candles are a great way to do it, and having good candlesticks is an absolute must. Now, in this video I showed you guys how to go about, bringing some old candlesticks back to life. But some of you may not want to do that. It's like, awesome video, Prince Magnum, but I don't know if I want to go that far, for good candlesticks. Well, that's okay, guys. This is an actual glass candlestick from a Dollar Tree, okay? You can go to Dollar Tree, buy these for around $1, and there's no shame in this, okay? And these work just as great as these other ones. There's no shame in it. There's just a way to get them in there. Got to work them a little bit. There you go. And yes, I'll leave that in there. I won't bother editing that out. But there you go. And works great, again, for candlelight dinner for two. When you go to use one of these, what you want to do is you want to take and melt the candle and then slide it in there. That's actually how that works. But now, with a nice homemade soup that's finishing over here on the cooktop behind me, I've got candlesticks right here. I now am set to give my sweetheart, the moment she gets home from work, a lovely candlelight dinner for two. So now you guys have another one in the bag, whether you're a hopeless romantic like myself or you're just dipping your toes into the world of romance. So that brings us to the spot where I need to remind all of you, if you enjoy videos like this, get over to Patreon. $1 a month, all proceeds go back into the channel, making videos just like this here. Along with that, another way to support the channel is through our merchandise. Get over to Teespring and purchase some of the merchandise we've got over there, which I'm thinking at the rate we're going, I might have to see about, adding, romance, some sort of romance merchandise to that Teespring store. So, and all of those, of course, you'll find in the description box or over on the About section for the Prince Magnum channel. Alright, so that brings us to the usual spot where I get to remind all of you, get out there and work on a project, and don't care what it is, just do something with yourselves. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them today. Might make them candlelight dinner for two. And as always, for every last one of you out there, if no one out there has told you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.
I admire your honesty. Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.